We're trying a new approach. Not because the last one didn't work, but because I wanted to try something different. Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Foodaholic. My name is Silka and today we're reading the first line. I used to do a spin a wheel and then a spin a wheel for each shelf. I might go back to doing that because I did like it and it worked well. However, I wanted to try something different. You might have all seen this fellow. This is my TBR jar, and ever since I stopped doing the jar TBR game that I had going on before Game of Animation, I haven't really been using this much. There is, of course, when I land on a jar pick, I need to pick one, but aside from that, I haven't been using this all that much, and I want to change that. So, in this version of the first line, I'm going to be using this to randomize what book we pick. If I pick a sequel, I'm going to be going back to either the first book in the series or the one that I've gotten to, because I think at some point I started doing sequels as well, which I feel like is a good thing to do. If I pick a Danish book, I will put it back. If I pick a book I haven't, or if I pick a book that I have already read, I will, of course, take it out and pick something else. So I'm picking 5 books. And then I'm reading the first line of those 5 books. Let's go. First one. Should I do it here so you can see that I'm not cheating? I want to go a little bit further down. It's jam-packed, this jar. We have a blue note. So, I ran out of blue paper, so the newer ones are green. So, this has been here for a while. Let's see what it is. Oh. It's a Danish book that I have read. Let's pick a new one. It's another blue. Is it that long since this is Murder for the Modern Girl. It's been that long since I've sorted these out. Maybe I need to do that. I've also read that, so another one. There we go. Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I've gotten to Crown of Midnight, so that's good. Hopefully the first line isn't spoilery. If it is, then ye be warned. Second book. Okay, so that's actually a good pick. It's a book that I forgot that I owned. These Rebel Waves by Sarah Roche. Interesting. The Puppet Boy of Washaw by Eva Weaver. 4th book. Fuck no. Alright, Witch is Steeped in Gold by Sienna Smart. Final book. I'm gonna do this eyes closed this time for some reason. Below by Alexandria Warwick. Let me get the books and I'll be reading the lines. I actually like this way of doing it for some reason. I don't know. I feel like it's more random than the spinner wheel, and that doesn't make any sense, but that's what I feel. First up, I'm doing The Puppet Boy of Washaw by Eva Weaver. Do I do prologues or do I do the first chapter? I don't think I do prologues. Do I? From now on, I'm doing prologues. Without the coat, nothing would have happened as it did. Huh. Interesting. Why? Why does a coat have that significance? I'm intrigued, I must admit. However, it's up against 4 fantasies. For now, it's on first place, obviously. We have Below by Alexandria Warwick, and now you're wondering, what's that? That's a bookmark, because I'm currently reading it. Well, have been for the last year, I think. I don't remember shit, so I should probably start over. Will I? I'm not sure. Let's do the first line. A white silence blanketed the land. Doesn't give me much. It gives me a white silence. I honestly feel like the coat was more intriguing. Do I say that because I'm biased about this book? I don't know. I still feel like the premise of this is extremely interesting. However, I've tried twice now. I think I will continue, but I don't think I will start over. But this does not intrigue me more than The Puppet Boy of Washaw, I must admit. Next one is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. If you don't want to be spoiled for this, since it is a sequel, I'm of course only reading the first line, but I haven't looked at it and it could be spoilery. So if you don't want to know the first line of this, given that it's a sequel, skip ahead until I show the next book, I'm guessing, or till the ranking changes. Something along those lines. It's up to you, because I'm gonna keep it down here while I'm reading, so I can't really say until I put it down. But if you don't want to be spoiled, skip ahead. Skip ahead until it's not black and gray anymore. The shutters swinging in the storm winds were the only sign of her entry. That doesn't give me anything either. If I'm being completely honest, I'm still more intrigued by the coat, and I don't know why. But this doesn't really give me much, and I was expecting more. I think that is where this falls not flat, because it doesn't fall flat, but that is where I went wrong with this, because those two were fantasies, and I'm always expecting a fantasy to just go straight ahead and have intriguing first lines, whereas The Puppet Boy of Washaw is a historical fiction, and I'm not expecting much from that. So I feel like The Puppet Boy of Washaw was more interesting to me currently, because it had that element of mystery. Nothing here would have happened if it wasn't for that coat, and the fact that it's such a boring object makes me like, why is this entire story, why has this entire story happened because of a damn coat? And that is where I'm intrigued by The Puppet Boy of Washaw, whereas this, I know who she is. I know what our main character is, so if it's the main character that we're talking about, I'm not surprised that that is how she entered a room. I'm gonna put this as second and keep The Puppet Boy of Washaw on first place. I have low expectations for the next one, but I'm also super biased, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to be as... Is it objective? I'm trying to be as neutral as Switzerland as possible, but sometimes even Switzerland's gotta pick a side. I've tried this book twice, and it just ain't doing it for me. Though the night is flush with stars, the sky still seems like a lid of earth closing atop a grave. It really doesn't give me anything. I'm sorry. Maybe it's me being biased that does it, but that didn't give me anything. It doesn't intrigue me. It doesn't make me want to pick up the book. And once again, I've said this a million times, I could be completely biased, but I'm putting this on a fourth because it gives me nothing. Final book. These Rebel Waves by Sarah Roche. I'm intrigued by this. Benat Gallego was 13 when he watched his uncle and cousin burned to death. There we go. Thank you. 13 when he watched his uncle and cousin burned to death. Why? I'm still intrigued by the coat. The coat is doing something to me. But he watched his uncle and cousin burned to death at the age of 13, and that is how you want to start a book. I am here for it. Gonna put this first. You can disagree all you want, but I think that this was more intriguing than the coat. This one beat the coat, finally. None of the other ones did, but this one does, because why? So, this is the final ranking. So we have Witches Steeped in Gold on 4th, Witches Steeped in Gold on 5th, Below on 4th, Crown of Midnight 3rd, Puppet Boy of Washaw 2nd, and These Rebel Waves by Sarah Roche came in 1st place. So I will be reading These Rebel Waves in December. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please let me know which one you would have picked based on the first line. Also, I need your opinion on Witches Steeped in Gold. Is it worth giving it a 3rd try, or should I just call it quits? It was on my these books will self-destruct for this year, but due to the type of year that I've had, I've decided to postpone it and do that in July, so that I won't have everything, all of the yearly thing. I won't have all of those going on in December and January and February. So I will be moving it to July, giving the books half a year extra. This one was one of the ones that are in the firing line, so should I give it a go, or should I focus on some of the others, some of the other self-destruct books? Let me know down in the comments. If you just want to let me know that you're here but don't know what to comment, you can always leave a green heart. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It will mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!